Hi, y'all. It's been forever. Okay, is it too bright? Let's see. Lighting just does me no justice. Okay, so let me give you some updates. First of all, I'm making this video because I'm always saying there's no such thing as African Americans, right? Because there's no such thing as African Americans. Now I'm confused. I told my friend Lex Netchar, who I've shared him on my YouTube too. I told him to call me because I was confused and I was texting him on his video I just saw him make, but I'm not really even clearly sure. So let me just explain what I'm telling you, what I do know. Okay, is he even on? I don't know. Okay, what I do know is if you know the currents from Africa to the States, there's no way no boat could get here with no motor, right? So my daughter's at FAMU now and she's all on this Black Pride shit. So I was watching his video about maybe 2 or 3 months ago, right after she went to FAMU. And he was making this whole video about NAAIP. But it made sense because I know people that have birth certificates that say Negro on it, but the kids say African American. So I Googled ocean currents. And I went all the way back really to the 1500s, but I was Googling ocean currents. And there's no way, if you can just have any common sense, know how to work the internet, no current came from Africa to the States. Currents flowed from Africa to the Caribbeans. Now the Caribbeans come around and come to the States, true, but there's no currents coming from Africa to the States. So I started thinking, well, since I do have African-American children and I'm the parent, maybe I should start kind of doing a little research. So I did all these things and I figured it out. And I came across this man, Lex, and he came across this website, NAAIP, and he was promoting them and doing all these kinds of things. And it really sounded like it was a good thing because if you have Negro or colored on your birth certificate, you were considered indigenous or interchangeable as the American Indians, because Barack Obama passed an executive order, which I'm going to pull up too and show you because it just takes a little research. And I was like, I'm not doing all your homework for you. I'm just laying stuff out there. Whatever falls on good soil falls. But I'm just thinking maybe if you're of color, you might want to know these things. So I guess whoever was in charge of this program for the NAAIP took advantage of it, was taking people's money. At the end of the day, if you are colored and you're not African American because nobody came from Africa, if you are colored, Barack Obama just passed the executive order, which do you even know what an executive order is? I'll pull that up too and show you. Passed an executive order in 2013 that African Americans or blacks and American Indians are interchangeable. So basically what I'm saying is, I'm not saying blacks didn't come. Blacks were brought over too to mate with the indigenous people because it's all about the bloodline. Remember, you know what American Indians are, all right? This is their land. We're the ones, we slaughtered them for this land. Remember that? The Indians that run the casinos, hello. So this is really a whole fucked up situation. So Barack Obama passed an executive order in 2013 saying coloreds and American Indians were interchangeable. So once I read that, that was like all kinds of red flags. So basically what I'm trying to say is Asians come from Asia. Chinese come from China. Everybody has a homeland except colored folk, right? Now, if your grandparents or just ask somebody in your family, I don't have family, so I couldn't pull one up and actually show you to show roots. But where I was adopted and born at was Newark, Newark, Ohio. Google what that is. Google what's found there. There's mounds there that are bigger than Giza, but match exactly and precise to the stars like Giza did in the exact spot where I was born. Newark, Ohio. So anyway, so what I'm trying to tell people is there's not African American. There's not, I'm not going to get into is there a black or brown race or red or green or blue. I'm not getting into all that. All I'm telling you is there's nothing such thing as an African American. Nobody came here and was shipped here from Africa. Indigenous means this is your land. If you're interchangeable with American Indians, this is your land. Well, this man came across all this information and found this, and there's actually places that are trying to give you back your tribes and all kinds of stuff. So let me just show you, which I have so much good news because I had my meeting with my master teacher. She loves me. And you know what? I don't even feel like she's a, let me see how I do this. She's my master teacher, even though she has so much respect and credentials. She is just like, she was reaching down and handing her hand to me. Okay, so this is what everybody needs to see. I put this PDF in the in my comments too. Okay, so let's see. My stuff is so slow. Plus, I have like, I only have about 10 tabs open now, so I don't know why it's this slow. But we'll just work with it. This is called UNDRIP, United Nations. You know what that is, right, fellas? You look at the little flag. What is this? This looks just like our Earth, and that would be Antarctica surrounding it, but we're not going to get into that. United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. That's anybody that's colored. I'm not saying everybody that's colored, because remember, we mixed. They brought blacks over too, and then blacks mated with the indigenous people that look just like African Americans, but they're not. So you can just go through here. I left the PDF. I'm even helping out. I have 4 kids. Why am I carrying and piggybacking you? But you know what? Yesterday when I was sitting, I was like, I got 37 emails yesterday from people, because I said I'm getting off Facebook for a while. I got off Facebook. Let's just go through this first. So you can go through and read, and it's very clear. And this is from the UN. Okay. These are things I'm just making up off of backalley.com. You guys can read this. Learn something about you, especially if you're colored. Hello. So I put that link in my website. I wish he would call me. Then you're going to find a whole bunch, because Barack Obama, last time I checked, he signed over 185 executive orders. Matter of fact, let's just go there so you even know what an executive order is. United States presidents issue executive orders to help officers and agencies of the executive branch manage the operations within the federal government itself. Executive orders have the full force of law when they take authority from a legislative power, which grants it power directly to the executive by the Constitution, or are made. Okay, do you even know what that means right there? That means at any given time, the president doesn't need to sit down in front of Congress and do this and pass a bill. He can just hit the button and it's a go. So who passed the very first executive order? Most tell me it's Abraham Lincoln. Well, you can go anywhere and find out. The very first presidential executive order was a proclamation signed by George Washington on April 22nd, 1793, giving instruction to federal officers to prosecute any citizens. Do you know what citizens means? I made videos about this 8-9 months ago and walked you through the 14th, 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. The word citizen and human, what does that mean? It's not living, breathing man with arms and legs. It's not that. Like, do you guys even care who you are? And I'm not even talking about colored folk now. I'm talking about all folks. All y'all out there working, check, and let them take all your taxes. Hello, the IRS is privately owned. Like, y'all need to get the hell from around me. But I felt like I opened up and I started sharing, and I feel like everyone's asking me questions, which I don't have any answers. I can just lead you to things. So here's a video. Maybe you can do your own legwork, especially if you have kids and you're colored. If you're just working and you're not colored, and you're colored or not colored or blue or green, and you're still working and paying the man, use a slave. All that did was went from private to public. If you have a birth certificate, your name is in capital letters and it's on bonded paper. I made videos about it, 6 of them, with somebody who's a natural person and freed themselves from the system. So stop asking me shit I already did. But anyway, George Washington was the first. Abraham Lincoln also, because everyone thought this was the first executive order ever. And that was a mess. Hello. Remember the Civil War? And anyway, we're not going to get into all that. So I left the PDFs in the thing, the very first executive order. I don't know why I pulled that up. We're not going to even go into all that because I don't have time, and I'm about to take my son to the park. So my point is, you guys have to really just start doing some legwork and caring. I bet everyone's out voting today, right? And doing this and doing that. How does nobody care who you are? How do you don't even care? You don't even, how many minerals are you made of? Here, I got a live chat. Somebody type it in. Do you even know who you are? Like, seriously, like, I just don't, I'm in my own world. And then I said, I'm going to step away from Facebook. You know why I stepped away from Facebook? I stepped away from Facebook because I need to just do me and see the messages I'm getting for my purpose on this incarnation. I'm on Facebook and the people I know, because the universe is giving me so much, because like attracts like. So everybody I know is making decks and writing books and doing all these great things, but that's their path. Tuned in and tapped in and wanting to do this and wanting to read this and wanting to do this and wanting to do that, because it's all interesting and piques my interest. But I had to like take a step back and say, you know what I mean? I had to do my own shit. I'm not going to say I'm not going to still make Facebook posts and lives, and we're going to still go over the book Code Red, and I just got to do me, like y'all all got to do you. There is no such thing as an African American. What is that? So nobody hears that? Like, how does that even happen? Like, seriously, did y'all even hear that? As soon as I said that, like, how do you understand where we live at? Watch the movie The Truman Show. That's how the fuck we live, y'all. Watch Groundhog Day. Like, watch Groundhog Day and The Truman Show, and I just taught you more than school would ever teach you. Okay? So it says, no, there isn't a such thing as an African American. What crazy dude? You need your own movie. Who are you talking about? Quasi? Okay. That's going to unravel how that's supposed to unravel, okay? Quasi makes a lot of sense, but Quasi, the Wicker Man movie is my life. The Wicker Man. Maybe I'll watch that today, because I never even heard of that. The Wicker Man movie. I don't know, y'all. I just need somebody. You know what? It's a call from a matrix. Have you ever read the PDF, Dr. Jameson Narado? I'll put that in the link too, because I feel like everyone needs to read that, and it's only 60 pages long, and it takes like no time at all. But I don't understand how everyone has all this black pride and black power and this and this and this, when Barack Obama is straight up passed an executive order saying blacks and American Indians are interchangeable. Do I need to Google what that word means? Like, somebody can, you know what? I'm not even worried about it though, because my Pluto's in Virgo. Google where I was born in Newark, Ohio, and just see the exact location of where I was born or dropped off because I was adopted. Google just all these things. And you know what? Because in 2020, it was never, remember I told you, it's never 2012, December 21st with the Mayans. Their calendars were only 260-day calendars. Like, nobody does the math. We're not on this Gregorian calendar. This is what the Romans put us on, the 365. They're putting a fucus in there, plugging up shit. It's not even, like, people just need to just stop and do like me and actually just take a break. Like, now I'm working on cleansing my system, and that means stop eating candy and try to drink more water. And I don't eat carcass anyway, because I'm a spiritual being. So how the hell am I eating dead shit thinking that's going to give me energy in life? So I'm just working on me too. Watch both versions, 1973 and 2006. The Wicker Man. Yeah, I'm going to watch that. So anything I'm doing with pure intentions and a pure heart. I'm doing my own path. Like, everybody should do their own path, because we get caught up in everybody else's shit. We get caught up in all these groups. We get caught up in all these things. I'm on Facebook. It was like a withdrawal to get off Facebook. But I always feel like I have to correct people on Facebook. So I was like, it's not my place. That's the Spirit of Truth's place to correct people and do things. So I just fell off. I'll probably make posts still. That's not a big deal. And I'm going to still do books, and I'm still going to share information. But right now I'm becoming a master teacher, because guess what? We all have angels. We can all change this hell we live in. We can all not be affected by the chemtrails and all the shit they're spraying on us by using our words, because 98% mental and 2% physical will change more. We remember the brain electrically or magnetically. What is it? How does it go? Let me get the book. Jeez. was. I think it's the brain is 50 times, the heart is 5,000 times magnetically stronger than the brain. That's like 50 times. Anyway, if you that is the truth. Yeah, I know. I wish Lex would have texted me or called me while I was on here, because I'm not making another one of these. I'm not going to go through this again. Only reason I did it in the first place, like everything else, I'm just an inch deep worth of a mile worth of shit. And the only reason I felt like this shit was important to me is because my daughter's now at FAMU and they're pumping her head with all this black pride, this and that. All that is a division. If you really want to get down to facts, this land right here is the indigenous people, which is the brown skin or black skin, whatever y'all call it. This is their original land, descendants of the Abernesians, which I think just got a whole bunch of land back. I think the president over there or somebody over there in Australia just gave them like $50 million worth, or you'll have a fever if you stop sugar. I know. Black power is BS. I know. Yeah, I know. I used to always water fast before, like when I was coming out of religion. I just always had to water fast, and I could never get past 3 days, which I knew I had to do 7, but I could never get past 3. And by day 3, I just know if I can get to 7, I'm going to be amazing. Like I'll probably really be levitating over here. I probably won't even be, I'm already out of this world. So just imagine if I do 7-day water fast. But by day 3, my body is like, it's like murder. Like I could probably almost eat my arm. I don't know. We're going to see. But you know what's funny about sugar? They don't even do studies on sugar and the effect sugar has on the human body anymore, because that's how bad sugar is for the human body. Since 1976, I think, they won't even allow studies on sugar and the effects of the human body. Why is that? Sugar, starch. Do I need to get up and go get a box of cereal? I can't remember the word. Matter of fact, I am. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, I might have thrown my shit out. I don't even know if I still have it on top of my refrigerator. I think I threw that shit out. Anyway, it starts with the 2 words start with TP. Triophilus phonomus. Anyway, it's the same thing they use in chemicals to get like paint off the walls. So anyway, I just need everybody just to help out here. And you know what? It doesn't even matter if you help me out or you're on this journey with me along. I opened up a little bit to the universe, and the people that I got back were great. So now I'm closing back in, and I put nails in those coffins, and now I'm about to just work on me, because when I open back up, I know who I meet is going to be all the way great. So I just feel like if you're going to be with me, be with me. If you're not, I'm still going to be okay, because there's a conjunction in 2020 when Jupiter and Saturn conjunct. December 21st or December 20th, December 21st, I think, 2020. And that's what the Mayans were talking about. It was never December 21st, 2012. It was December 2020. So anyway, everyone's going to be coming into awakening, if that's the word we're going to use, because we're coming into the age of Aquarius. I don't really have anything else. I pulled my card yesterday before I had my master teacher, and this is what I pulled. Can y'all even see it on this crappy laptop? It says, and she stays in the Netherlands. That video, y'all, and that video was like possessed for real. I have never had a video like that in my life. So that's what I'm doing. I'm still reading Earth Magic. This is amazing. Like, do we even understand the shamans and what they were and who they were? There wasn't medicine people. If somebody was sick or had a problem, the whole community came together and brought it to the shaman. Then the shaman went into like a trance and in dream state went all the way to the source. Or if there wasn't any, I mean, like, do you understand the one thing? They're trying to dumb us down and do all these things to keep chaos and division. But the one thing they really want you guys to be stupid of, or all of us to be stupid of. Hi, Nora! Did you see what I pulled? I need to talk to you anyway, but since I don't have Messenger anymore, I'm going to log back in today just because I got 37 emails from people asking me questions, and I shut my shit off for just only 24 hours. And I said, really, 37 people? Like, that's a lot to me. People probably get tens of thousands of messages, but I got 37, and I just felt so special. So I'm going to open back up because I chose to make videos and be a gateway. So I'm going to open back up, and I'll be back on it, but I'm not going to be like how I was. But it says you already have everything you need to succeed, and the number was 18. And you guys do all know this year is a 9-year. 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6 is a 9-year. That's the endings. Next year, 2017, is new beginnings. So let's just see one last thing I can help y'all out with before I go. She made my day. I love Naomi. Let's see what's going on this week. All right. What are we in? November? Let's see what I have special on my calendar. All right. Well, Mars moves into Aquarius on the 9th. That's my 12th house. I don't know what it is for you. And remember, when I'm talking about my zodiac, I'm talking about the tropical zodiac. And then what else happens? Venus conjuncts Pluto on the 11th. I'm just going off my calendar. These are things that are important to me because I'm a spiritual being. We all are. Hello, you're made out of atoms. What are atoms? Atoms are not matter. Atoms are energy. Okay, so Venus is going into Capricorn. So basically that's going to be my time to smooth over my relationships. And that will be on the 11th. I think Mercury transits into Sagittarius. I don't know. I don't really follow Mercury because it doesn't really affect me much, even though it probably does, and I just don't know it. But I think Mercury transits into Sagittarius 12. And I know there's a full moon on, well, the full moon will be in Taurus at 22 degrees. And that's on the 14th. So, you know what? I was supposed to start my class on the 16th. But I think I'm just going to tell her I want to start my class on, when's the new moon? The 20th to 29th. I think I'm just going to change my date and start my class on the 29th, get through Thanksgiving, because I give thanks daily. Not in probably the sense that everyone else does. And another big thing for me, just because I'm a Pisces, the sun enters Sagittarius on the 21st. And that's always a big thing. Sagittarius, because I'm a double Sag. I'm an ascending Sag and my moon's in Sagittarius. So anyway, I just wanted to share about African Americans because you're not African American. Stop claiming that. Stop writing that. But you know what? It doesn't even really matter. Because if you're a citizen, which we all are, if you have a bank account, an ID, only person I know that's not a citizen is Robert. And he's on my Facebook. I mean, he's on my YouTube. He's a natural person. But it was a whole big process. And it's like 10 hours worth of videos. Just what he had to do to be a free person. So I just wanted to share about African Americans. I gave you a little bit. The full moon is probably the biggest one that you guys will keep up with. Because everything, we all have 12 houses. And I don't know what they're doing with this Ophiuchus, but I see that they're starting to put it on stellarium.org. They're starting to squeeze Ophiuchus in there. Y'all better be watching out for that shit. They're doing all this earth magic. That's what 9/11 is. That's what all this shit is earth magic. But you have to read Dr. Jameson Narado, the 5th interview. He wrote it in 1998 and just released it 14 years later. You have to read that and you'll understand what I'm saying. And we'll all be on the same page. But anyway, I put the links, put the PDF. I hope people really do read UNDRIP. That's just the abbreviations. And that's all I really wanted to talk about. So I am going to be gone for now, but not forever.